Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. You're here with Shay Budgets. Today is my first video in January, so I'm going to be going over some goals for this year for up until the first quarter. I'm going to say the first 6 months. Some of them are a little bit over that. But most of them are over the first 6 months. I'm going to give you a little bit of an update about what's happened, and then a bit of what I call a debt breakdown, but not all of it is a debt breakdown, if that makes sense. So in my last video in December, I was meant to be getting a payment on the 2nd, on the 13th and the 16th. I'm now getting paid on the 13th, the 16th and the 24th. So I didn't get a payment on the 2nd, and I haven't been able to film cash stuffing because of that. Currently the only part of my setup that I do currently have on me is my January to December scratch off savings monthly challenges. So I've done the first two because it is currently January 8th by the time I'm filming this, so that'll be $45 in this one that I'll be stuffing on camera, just as a heads up. That's not going to be today. And then on the 13th there won't be cash stuffing technically, because it's all digital, and yeah, as I said, the only part of my setup that I currently have on me is the digital cash, my personal binder, which doesn't have my rent and things like that in it. And yeah, those couple savings challenges, everything else is currently still packed. We're still trying to unpack everything as we've just moved again. Some issues with some people that I don't want to go too much into. Yeah, but the other thing is that my tripod has broken, so it's really hard to film cash stuffing right now because I don't have a working tripod. So I'm gonna try and get that replaced by the 24th because that'll be my first cash stuffing. I'm gonna see if I can do a mock cash stuffing though on the 13th. It's basically my entire pay though will be going on rent and stuff like that. Yeah, so without further ado, let's get into the goals for this year. So I want to be completely, I called it debt free, but it's really, I just want to catch up in majority of my savings and then clear the small amount of debt that I have gotten recently because of needing to make big purchases and not having the cash already there because of an emergency that happened previous to that. I want to have a family home and have it fully furnished. It's a big goal of mine, and currently the one we're in isn't that big, so we need something bigger, if that makes sense. Having a car that is reliable, finishing my course, and in order for me to finish my course I need to finish some assessments and a placement, placement hours. I want to repay my savers, which I was talking about last year briefly, which is my emergency fund, personal saver, my kids savers, home deposit and bond. So emergency fund, I owe $1,000 from last year, $1,100 to my personal saver, $400 to, originally I had my kids savers separate and I've combined them because it gets more interest, so I owe $400 to that specific saver, if that makes sense. $1,000 to home deposit, $3,600 to bond. However, that won't be all on me, so it'll be $1,800 I believe from just me, because that's half of what it should be at. go back to work. That's not currently possible. It will be I believe it's 4 to 6 weeks after April 10th, so about May, June I can. But as of right now, it's not possible. But that's okay. Again, this is like over 2025. YouTube and cash stuff consistently. And then by the 30th of April, I want to spend $130 in QBD, which sounds weird if I'm trying to pay off debt and, you know, save for all these other things. The reason why I want to do that is because I've already spent a certain amount. So if I spend $500 in 12 months, I get 12 months free books. So that would help our budget more, having that 12 months free, like free books, than it would me just, you know, spending that $130 and then not getting it. I've set a really low goal this year of how many books I want to read and like finish. And if I hit this, I might increase it. I'm not 100% sure yet, but I want to read 15 books this year. I want to eat healthier. I want to get my mum's memorial tattoo by the end of the year. I want to continue my braces care. I want to go for a daily walk. It doesn't have to be huge. It could be like going around the block or something. I want to prioritize my self-care system. I want to have a healthy, uncomplicated Caesar recovery. My last one wasn't exactly complicated, but it wasn't healthy. So I really want to prioritize that. And I do want to prepare and save for B-Day, Xmas, gifts, sort of funds like those early. I don't want. So for example, last Christmas, I'm usually completely done with Christmas, wrapped, ready to gift everything by, say, end of October, start of November. I did that all in the last couple weeks of December, and I don't want to do that again. So yeah, there's that one. And then I want to slowly update my cash stuffing system and make it work for me. So currently, if I actually put this one down for a second, I grab my personal binder. I show you the first couple. I'll show you why it doesn't work necessarily right now. So my first one is Xbox, and then I have new phone. So instead of having it as Xbox and new phone, I want to put gaming, tech, if that makes sense. And then Bullseye is like an extra cash stuffing, but I don't want it in my personal binder. I want it moved out. Tattoo and piercing would be staying, but I might put them both together possibly and just put it down under body modifications, or I might keep them separate. I'm still deciding on that one. The next thing I do want to get into though is the debt breakdown, which looks all over the place. I'll just quickly show you this. Yeah, it looks all over the place. It's really not. So I have a total for my course that I'm still owing. That is $2,118.81. So basically $2,119. That is including the overdue fees of $407. So it's a lot of money. The next one is ATO of $300. That is currently on a payment plan. So by my first cash stuffing that I'll be doing on here, obviously, that will be owing $200, I believe. So by the end of February, that will be completely paid off. That won't be there. By the end of February, bond on this place that we are currently in will be completely paid off. That's sitting at $300 currently. JT, which is a family member, I owe them $3,640 and I'm trying to get them paid off as soon as possible. KN is a friend of mine. I owe them $540. That was helping out with like groceries and things like that. The family member helped out with a bulk payment of bond and rent and food and a ring of wine that was bought. I do need to get my passport this year, and that's only because passport is going to be $420 total, but I have funding from a government agency basically that gets me, I believe it's $120 off, so it's a little bit cheaper to get it through them than it would be to pay it all out of pocket. My Zip Pay is currently owed $1,490. I owe Centrelink apparently $1,600. That's a whole other thing. That'll be a different video trying to explain that. License fee, I owe $80 on that. My health insurance, I believe I'm a fortnight behind, but I'm not 100% sure there. But that'll be $208. By the time you see the first cash stuffing video though, Wi-Fi will have already come out, so that's $101. Yeah, and then there's just new baby needs and subscriptions and credit, which will already again come out in that cash stuffing. And there's afterpay of like $75. So realistically, like the biggest debt that I have at the moment is my course, that family member, and my Zip Pay. There's like nothing else that's really debt, because I'm trying to repay those savers, as I said earlier. I'm considering it as debt. The other thing I do want to go through is what I've already spent in January, because I haven't been filming. So some of my subscriptions that have come out has been my Life 360. There's been a lot of Uber payments. There's been a $90 payment to Uber on the 3rd, $10 Uber also on the 3rd, about $13 on the 8th, and then there was just petrol, and there's about $60 in McDonald's. My YouTube Premium came out on the 8th. Go Card, which is like travel expenses, was $15. Tax bill of $116.50 came out. There was $30 in petrol. Coles was about $27. We did a household shop as well. That was $23. We DoorDashed some groceries, which was $68.68. We did an Aldi shop of $36. And then, yeah, rent and bond, that wasn't paid by me, so that's why I'm not going to be disclosing those amounts on here, because it's not technically my income or not my bill. If I'm stuffing towards the bill though, and even though it's not my bill, for example like Netflix or Disney and stuff, I share, but I still pay towards it, so that will be a different story. So I will still show those on here. But yeah, and then I'm going to do a budget with me video, hopefully after I can get to the tripod working, like a working tripod, because mine is broken. And the only other thing I really want to go over with you guys quickly would be the events that we have coming up in 2025. So these are like known events that we're going to spend money on. New Year's, we didn't spend anything. We usually don't really celebrate New Year's, to be honest. We just chill at home. We have a friend's birthday. Their name's B. We spent about $60 there. It was going to be more because I was going down for that, which didn't end up happening. We've got Caleb's birthday. I've put down 100, but it might not even be that much. It might be more. I don't know. In February, we have quite a lot on. In February, we've got Valentine's Day, R's birthday, Archer's birthday, and then some deposits are also due for, I believe it's half for the venue, and then photo video is due, and that's $1,500. And then by the end of March, we'll need the other 1,000 for the rest of the venue deposit. Or April, I think they said. And then in March, we have JP's birthday, which is an auntie of mine. We don't really do much for her. We just like buy her a coffee or something like that, or a book. Baby needs a nursery. We would need all of the essentials for like hospital bag, my bag, his bag, all the baby essentials, coming home, etc. by the end of March. That's about $1,000 there. Roughly speaking, that includes capsule, pram, change table, drawer set, like a few things that we, of the bigger items that we haven't gotten, plus about $300 of the small items we have been holding back on. April 10th I've put down as my C-section. I don't know if that's a confirmed date yet, but as of right now, that's when it could be. And I put down $100 to remind myself to grab cash out, so that when I'm going to check into the C-section, I'll have cash out to like get my support person basically to run downstairs, go to the cafeteria, things like that, if we need anything. I don't know how I'm going to feel on that day, so it's good to have it just in case. And then April 15th, so 5 days after my C-section, is my daughter's birthday. May 11th is Mother's Day. I've put down in June the end of financial year sales. I do want to have some money there in case there's anything that would be beneficial to our family that we might want to pick up. August to September, all of our vendors will need to be paid in full, so I've wrote those down. September 7th is Father's Day. September 12th is my birthday. October 18th is the wedding. October 31st is obviously Halloween. We don't do a huge celebration on that day, but we do, you know, get a couple snacks, we watch some movies, we, you know, more of an at-home thing. November, we have no events. July, we also have no events. I forgot to say that. December, we have Christmas Eve. So it's a tradition in my side of the family to do a Christmas Eve box. So it's put down 200 for that. It might be a little bit less, it could be a little bit more. And then we obviously will have Christmas Day, Boxing Day, and the Boxing Day sales. And New Year's Eve we don't spend anything, but I put the event there so that we know it's coming up. But yeah, those are our events. That is our very quick overview of our current debt. Update of what's been happening, what's been going on. Showing you that we've got $45 currently scratched off for January's savings challenge. I was trying to see if the scratcher that I had would work for the challenge. I don't know if you can see that too well, but it clearly does not, so I need to find something that's a little bit better, and hopefully I can clean that up a little bit. Yeah, and I'm so sorry about the camera moving so much. I have shaky hands and I have no tripod, so you're currently handheld. But if you have enjoyed having this update and going over my debt and my goals and things like that, don't forget to leave a comment. Let me know down below what goals you might have for the new year, even if it's just starting a budget or like starting the system or whatever it might be. Leave that down below with me. If you like this sort of content, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell for the cash stuffing video. So I'm very excited to do that. I just don't want to do it in advance either. I want to do it on the day so I can get into a routine of doing that. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!